This video is sponsored by, or more specifically, the brand new Nonstop Eurotrip website, which went fully live today. If you don't speak English, please enable the closed caption subtitles as they're translated into 140 languages for you. You can also now change the audio track to 8 other languages, including Spanish, Italian, French, German, Japanese and Hindi. If you celebrate it, I wish you and your family a happy Christmas and best wishes for 2025. This video will be in 3 sections. First, the website, second, the Q&A, and third, a prize giveaway. Right, let's talk about nonstopeurotrip.com. This is a project I've been wanting to do for ages, but to do properly and not half-assed, I've just never had the time myself. It is meant to complement and expand on my YouTube travels with written blogs, more photos, booking information, travel deals, and quick links to help you get the best out of your trips, wherever they are and whether they're by train, plane, bus or ferry. So after you've watched this video, please go and check it out. I'm very proud of it and I hope it will be super helpful. And no, I don't plan on becoming the man in seat 61 Mark II. A big thanks to Samir and his fantastic team for putting up with my very picky wants and needs. They did an amazing job. I'll leave their contact details in the description below if you need a website. Next up, the Q&A. Why the name Nonstop Eurotrip when many of your videos are in Asia? Well, very simple, that's where it all started. I spent the first 2.5 years solely travelling within Europe, and that was the name I initially chose. It's also really difficult to rebrand when you reach a certain level, as it really hurts the channel and damages SEO. Anyway, I'm happy with it. Why don't I want to show my face on YouTube? I've answered this before in the last Q&A, but it's quite simple. I don't want the videos to be about me. Many vloggers focus too much on themselves and forget to actually film the trains, scenery or amenities. I like to focus on the important things. If you want a selfie, send me a DM. I am made to be free. Where do I plan to visit in 2025? I am made to be free. I actually have a fair bit planned already. I have a month in Europe and then a 3-month Asia trip in the first half of the year, which is part work, part play. And then I'm hoping to explore a new continent later on in the year, but this trip is still in the planning stage. A total of 11 or 12 new countries for me in 2025 though. Where do I see the channel developing? Will I be filming more of other modes or doing more challenges? I've always put my feet wherever I want to. Well, great question. I have filmed a few more ferry and bus videos, so stay tuned for them soon. Planes always do really badly, so I'll probably avoid filming them for a while. And the Ice 24 challenge was fun to make, but hard to edit into a coherent video that really popped. So to be confirmed, but maybe I'll do another one in 2025. Any suggestions? Who is better, Simon Anderson or Super Albs? I couldn't possibly choose, they're both great friends of mine. What motivates me? Honestly, the biggest thing is empowering everyone to go out and explore the world. Many people only travel within their own state, country or other places seen as safe holiday destinations. I think I've shown that on the whole, you can travel to lesser known and exciting places and still have amazing experiences and a much better value time. Kazakhstan or Mongolia for your next trip, anyone? I'd highly recommend them. What is the purpose of sponsored segments? Well, I'd have thought it was pretty obvious, but it makes all this possible. YouTube AdSense revenue only makes up around 50% of income on the channel, and if it wasn't for sponsorships and affiliate deals, then all these trips just wouldn't be possible. What food do I usually eat on my trips, and what is the best I've had? Well, I like to try the local dishes where possible, but I especially like pasta dishes such as this pesto spaghetti on VR Finland's intercity trains. However, the best meal I've probably ever had on a train is this 3-course lunch on the Transport for Wales premier dining service in the UK. I always use an eSIM while travelling. If you want flexibility and great prices, then I recommend Airalo. Get $3 off your first eSIM using my link above or in the description below and using the code on screen now. If you travel to China again, will you ride any loco-hauled trains? Already planned for 2025? Stay tuned. Will I travel North Korea if given the chance? Absolutely, I'm actually waiting for them to reopen and I hope to go this coming year. What operators other than Caledonian Sleeper and Heathrow Gatwick Expresses do I think are overpriced? Well, if you buy single tickets, then Swiss Railways and the Japanese Shinkansen are overpriced, but as both are available as part of good value rail passes, just make sure you look at those options. Which train journey in the world would I like to do but have not had the chance yet? Well, that would be the train to Machu Picchu in Peru. What's the most expensive train journey I've ever been on? Currently that is the Narvik to Stockholm sleeper train that I released the video on just recently. It costs £270 for a private room for the 18-hour journey. What is my favourite video in my extensive catalogue? The ones I had the most fun filming and editing were the Indonesian luxury trains Argo Bromo and Bima services. Great comfort and value in an amazing country. I just can't wait to go back. Which country surprised me with its train quality in a good way? I'd have to say Indonesia again, well, on Java anyway. There's such a variety of services, including the luxurious ones, and they're all air conditioned and excellent value. What did I think of the Sri Tanjung service in Indonesia and going from Jakarta to Bali without flying? Honestly, it was great. Certainly not the most comfortable train, but super cheap, and we met some very friendly people. The hardest bit of that trip was crossing Bali itself by bus. They desperately need a train there. How do I find fun and secret train routes? Well, it's a combination of people commenting, my friends' suggestions, and also social media posts. I couldn't do it without a bit of help. What is my favourite movie or book that features a train? Tough question, but I'd have to say a classic like The Railway Children, or of the newer, more action-packed films, probably Unstoppable. Do I plan to do any train videos in Canada in 2025? No plans for next year, but maybe for 2026? What's my honest opinion on the UK's railways, and should Eurostar be extended to Birmingham? To answer the second half of that question first, yes it should, but it won't. It really needs to serve Manchester and Leeds before an HS1, HS2 link can even be thought about. And in general, the UK's railways are far from terrible. They get so much bad press, but have good frequency and are fairly reliable, at least until it snows. In the UK, we pretty much have the strongest consumer protections in the railway world too, so you're usually covered. Anyone who moans about UK Rail has never tried to take a regional train out of Paris after 9 PM or been stranded in some random Kazakhstan town when the next train is in 24 hours time. Which journey had the most stunning train window views? There's so many to choose from, but I'd have to say El Chepe, the Copper Canyon Railway in Mexico. And finally, the traditional Q&A toilet question from Mark. Have I had any unpleasant surprises waiting for me? The biggest surprise is definitely when someone hasn't locked the door when I walk in to film a toilet review, both for them and me. That wraps up the Q&A. A big thanks to everyone who sent in questions, and I'm sorry if I didn't get to answer yours this time. Now to the last part of the video, the giveaway. To show you how truly thankful I am to you all for your engagement, whether it be by watching, commenting or liking my videos, and to celebrate the launch of nonstopeurotrip.com, I have 5 special prize packages to give away. These consist of a limited edition Nonstop Eurotrip mug and luggage sticker, along with a small selection of souvenirs from my travels, including postcards and fridge magnets. All you have to do to enter is like this video and comment below, "I want to win," or something along those lines. Thank you once again for all your kind comments and messages of support throughout the past year. Here's to another successful 12 months within the Nonstop Eurotrip community and to an exciting 2025. I have some amazing trips planned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.